The founder of the World Wrestling Entertainment now facing new bombshell allegations of sexual abuse.
Yeah, a former WWE employee is suing Vince McMahon, claiming he abused and sexually exploited her when he was the CEO of the wrestling company.
This nigga Vince McMahon's a freak, son. This nigga named his dildos after wrestlers. I find that hilarious.
That is one of the many funny things. I mean, so we got to break down a little bit of what has happened here. All right, so this is a former employee. All right, and this former employee was introduced to Vince by a friend.
Yeah,
right?
It's actually kind of tragic. What happened was she lost both her parents.
Yes, she
her
lost
parents.
both
Her parents are bankrupt.
Yes.
And then somebody from her building was like, "Hey, I know a guy that, he might give you some shmoney." You know what I'm saying? His name is Vince McMahon. You know what I mean?
Which I'm sorry, that's kind of odd. Who just knows Vince McMahon?
yeah.
Like that's not normal. That's not a normal situation. And unfortunately, like the situation that homegirl was in, I don't know. I don't know what anybody else thinks about the whole entire situation. I'm not gonna lie. I think she was in a sugar baby relationship.
Yeah, it was clear that that's what it is. But the thing about it was, right, like, everything changes. Not everything. No. Things change. My opinion changes once I could fully verify her age. Because on one account of her, she was 41. Mm-hmm. Then on another account of her, she's 21. Yeah. Now, 21 and 41 changes things a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're 21 and you're bankrupt from your parents' death, that is a lot more of a vulnerable situation to be in. There's a lot more of a, you don't know really like how to navigate the world compared to where you're 41. You know what I'm saying? If you're 41 and you're doing this, Vince McMahon is not the first nigga you did this with. Yeah. Whereas if you're 21 and you're doing this, Vince McMahon is the first person I would assume that you're doing this with. And that makes it a lot more messed up. But, son, listen.
Well, at the end of the day, do you know why she's pressing the lawsuit?
Yeah, because he didn't pay her.
Yes.
Now, here's the thing.
This is the crazy part.
You fucked up, Vince.
Yep.
But you also fucked up homegirl. Now, if you're 41, I look at your fuck up a lot more like it's your fault. Yeah. As far as the financial goes. Yeah. If you're 21, this is your first lesson in money first. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Always money first.
Always money first. I mean, I will say at least I feel bad. I feel bad mainly because of the fact that she ended up signing an NDA, and the agreement was for $3 million. That was the agreement, and they ended up giving her $1 million, and then of course Vince, being Vince, this is Mr. Bret fucked Bret.
I truly believe that Bret Hart screwed Bret Hart.
All right, so before you just like, this is Vince McMahon that we're talking about. All right, this is the man who's doing steroids in his 50s and 60s in order to actually wrestle. All right, so let's just put in mind who we're talking about here.
And we're gonna get back to that in a minute on who Vince McMahon is.
But the fact that she put this girl through so much, like I don't know, I don't know how much y'all know about this, but the man pooped on her. He
shitted on her head.
Man pooped on her head. He Mustafa'd her. All right?
He shitted on her head in the shower. And now here's the crazy thing, right?
Yeah, this is...
I mean, what's crazier than shitting on somebody's head?
You know what I feel like? You know what I feel like? You know why it changes my opinion? You know what changes my opinion? The fact of the matter is that when 50 Shades of Grey came out, that was a best-selling book amongst women everywhere. Yeah. But ladies, this is what 50 Shades of Grey is really like.
Yes.
It's being pooped on.
Just his text messages was a greater read than 50 Shades of Grey. But now here's the thing.
My God.
Let's get back to like what you were saying on who Vince McMahon is. Yeah. That is like, if you don't know Vince McMahon and you read this article, it already reads crazy. Yeah. Now, if you grew up during the Attitude era and you know Vince McMahon, makes it even crazier because I could totally see him doing all of this shit. Yes. This is the man that had the Kiss My Ass Club. Do you remember that? When he'd be like, kiss it. You would make people kiss his ass in the middle of the ring. This is the person that invented Mark Henry, the sexual chocolate. Val Venus. Yeah. He's the one that came up with he's had multiple storyline kidnap rape.
I was about to say, didn't he set up his own daughter in the storyline?
Yes, where Triple H drugged her and took her to a drive-through wedding thing, chapel. Yeah. He also had.
I find that funny that they're married now.
Yeah.
That's
No,
so,
you know what I'm saying?
That's so
he also
hilarious.
had the
That's hilarious.
he also had the storyline where Kane kidnapped Lita. I don't know if you remember
Yeah,
that.
I remember that.
Lita.
I remember
There's
that.
been multiple women kidnapped and held hostage and abused by very tall men, huge men, in his storylines. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But here's the thing, right? It's like Vince is very like, I don't know if you ever like, you're fired. You're fired. Like, he'll be like,
He's,
do it now.
he's
Like,
certainly. If you've ever heard the term megalomaniac, that term describes Vince to a T. This man is crazy. He's crazy. He has a crazy ego. He got crazy money, and he has a need to control everything in his organization.
and that's
a
the
certain
thing,
way,
when
man.
he didn't, so that's what I'm getting at. Like, if you read this and you don't know Vince McMahon, you go, oh wow, he's shitting on her head.
Yeah.
Right? But as niggas that know Vince and have been watching Vince, like, I picture the shitting, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't a quiet shitting.
No.
You know, oh, here it comes. Here comes my hot steamy law right on your fucking head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, yo,
it's
for
definitely
real.
not. Yeah, it's definitely not. It's definitely not romantic or quiet.
And then he was pimping her out to John Laurinaitis.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know. Have you seen pictures of John Laurinaitis?
I have seen pictures of
John Laurinaitis looks like his go-to boy. Like everybody else that he tried to pimp her to. He tried to pimp her to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar,
I thought he
like,
did.
He
Allegedly.
Brock Lesnar
Allegedly.
was texting her.
Allegedly.
He was texting her, and then he ghosted her when it was time to go. Which we all know what that is. That's Brock Lesnar went home, jerked off, and then started making sound decisions. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? John Laurinaitis
Facts.
was the one that was really going through with it.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, right? At one point in the text message, they're discussing, like, that's the thing about it. It's like, they're discussing the days that she's gonna fuck John Laurinaitis,
Yeah.
like they're fucking night shifts. You know what I'm saying?
like they're scheduling. I mean, to be perfectly honest, though, she was getting paid $75K a year to fuck this.
But she didn't get it. She didn't get paid it.
She was getting paid. No, this is how it happened. She was getting paid $75K a year in order. Vince came up with some weird position name.
But that's the thing. She still had to work
Yes.
the position, probably, right?
Well, of
Like,
course,
that's the thing.
we know what position she was working. We know what position she was working. I mean, she was getting paid more than I was. She getting paid more than I am now.
Yeah, but she's probably still doing her job. I don't give. That's not enough for Vince McMahon to shit on my head. And here's the thing, right?
No.
That's
No.
not just regular shit. That's 70-year-old man shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen 7-year-old man. Like if your grandpa's ever used the toilet and then didn't flush.
It's gooey.
It's gooey. It's gooey, my nigga.
It's gooey.
That nigga is a freak, son.
Oh my god.
Yo,
I mean,
and
it's
here's
like-
the thing, right?
I mean, here's the thing. Like, can he? What, you expect him to just do this to Linda forever?
Well, no, but that's the
Shit
thing.
on
I
Linda.
seen how this whole shit went because he's up in Connecticut running the company. Linda had moved down to Florida.
Oh.
Yo, now that the more I said,
That's what-
to run for mayor. She was running for mayor. And look
In what town?
I don't know.
Oh my
But
god.
what make it even crazier is just during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? So I know how this whole shit went down. Like, we've all done shit similar, but not this far.
Yeah,
Like,
she's getting
your
Netflix
girl out of
shits.
town, she doing something important. Something that might make you even feel a little bit insecure about where you at in life. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
exactly.
Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
And you just, in the pandemic, home all day with your thoughts, and you got a hoe that's with it. And here's the thing, right? We're not perfect. The two men, you seen it. Chris, allegedly, right?
Yeah.
We both know what it's like when you got a girl that'll just let you try anything.
Pretty much.
Your brain start going some fucking places.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I've
The
never,
thing is-
I've never gone to Dookie though.
No,
Dookie's
never to Dookie.
Crazy. Dookie's
Never
crazy.
to Dookie. But the thing is when we were engaging in that type of activity, like text messaging really wasn't around like that. Like it was
Yeah.
AIM, but like this nigga, he had too much time on his hands to
You
go
would
in.
say this to the girl. You could still have a phone call.
Yeah.
During our times, like I would still like when we were growing up. Like, well, no, this is actually a fact. When we were growing up, sex hotlines were still a thing.
Yeah.
Sex hotlines aren't a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Now it's just you going directly. Some girls are, you can pay for their FaceTime or their Snapchat or whatever. You can pay for that, whatever. And most times it's just girls hiring other niggas to do it. But back in the day, we had sex hotlines. As weird as that sounds.
Yeah, no, we definitely did. I'm sorry, I'm sitting there, I'm trying to find the actual text because the more I talk about it, like,
it was,
we just kind of, we didn't even, so.
it was insane. This is insane.
Yo, so,
I think this just honestly confirms how bad of a boss we all could see, like Vince McMahon, and we all know about the Montreal screw job and everything like that. And we go like, yo, this man's really like an asshole. Like, this man is really just like a bad guy. And then you hear this shit, and it's just like, yeah.
All right, so look, I'm sorry, I kind of tuned out a little bit because I was finding the text, but like, I'm gonna read this as best as I can without getting this banned, right?
Okay.
And this is the thing, right?
Can you substitute words?
I'm gonna substitute words.
Try to substitute
he don't
words.
even know, like, he's so old. She's probably the only person he's ever texted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it starts out, re your last picture. R-E, your last picture, which is like, I don't even, like, I've not.
That's already starting off an old person thing.
You can hold it and actually literally reply to whatever specific message you want to reply to in the iPhone. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he knows that, but.
Read your last picture.
He said read your last picture.
No, R-E, like, as in response to.
Okay.
You need your panties ripped off and 3 big black expletives. And all 3 expletives at the same time. Way up your expletive. And way up your expletive as far as they will go. But even farther. Which I just
What in the world?
Which, mind you, he's reading, you need your panties. Like, he's cutting a promo on her. He's cutting a Ric Flair level promo on her.
Yeah, this is definitely the cream of the crop.
Yeah, this is the cream always rises to the top. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Macho Man with it.
Yeah, man. Macho.
And the thickest expletive,
cream of the crop.
so he continues, and the thickest expletive goes down your throat, so it makes you gag and convulse as those big black expletives pound away. It feels like from the start you're being assaulted, but it's made you expletive non-stop. Just one continuous constant expletive. And just before you pass out, those big black expletives squirt their loads of expletive inside you as you lay on your stomach. The expletive is coming out of all of your expletives. I'll turn you over and expletive all over you.
Wow.
Put the phone down, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What is with old white men and black dick? Can someone answer me this? What is with old white men and black dick?
Yo,
Jesus Christ.
I didn't think anyone could come out and top the Diddy stories. This nigga got Diddy. We don't got Diddy text messages.
Yeah, no. This got him beat. This
nigga did that shit, man.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to know what dildo was named the Big Show. Because you know that one was crazy.
It's way too big.
Did the Mankind dildo have the little mask on the head? You know what I'm saying? Like, the Undertaker one had the hat. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mr. Sacco.
Here comes
Mr. Sacco.
You gotta take Mr. Sacco up your expletive.
This is Black One. I call him Booker T.
And poor Linda McMahon, like, yo, you can't, like, this reminds me of, like, Randy Marsh and his wife. Like, you down here, like, you think you can leave your man alone for 6 months while you go run for mayor.
No.
And this is what's going on, son. And, yo, honestly, I hope she get every penny she can get from son. You know what I'm saying? Because he promised her vice president.
Yeah.
He promised her all types of stuff. And she's like, yo,
man.
this is my window. And there's even text messages where she's texting him like, yo, I'm still hurt from whatever you did to me the day before. You know what I'm saying?
On the other hand, you have to learn the same way that young black men. Like, you can't trust the old white people. And we got to learn that without getting shitted on.
We didn't get paid either. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, for real, man. And you know what else this makes me think about? This makes me think about all of the famous women in the WWE that have come before her. Like, you know, was Sable getting shitted on?
Michelle McCool is definitely getting shitted on.
Oh my God.
Oh my
and then, like,
God.
you got to think about it, right? Like, look at what China did after the WWE.
Yeah.
she was getting gangbanged on camera.
Yeah, so she was
like
already,
dressed up like She-Hulk.
yeah, she was already used to it.
So it's like, rest in peace. But you look at things like this and you go, yo, son.
Why would she go from that to that?
You know what I mean?
It's almost as if she was already doing it.
You can't.
It's a natural transgression.
You can't just give niggas $1 billion. Some niggas just shouldn't have $1 billion.
No.
Some niggas just shouldn't have $1 billion, and Vince McMahon is one of them. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, it's. But I want to take this.
Final thoughts.
All right, I want to take this to another, just real quick. Like, we've had, since we started this podcast, celebrity after celebrity after celebrity get canceled. We've talked about them on their way to canceling.
Yeah.
White people, it's finally time for y'all to keep the same energy you keep with us. Y'all be wanting us to not listen to R. Kelly. You be wanting us to not listen to Kanye West when he's wilding.
Yeah.
Y'all get mad at Dave Chappelle. You want to cancel him. You want us to stop enjoying. Now, even though these people have done some bad things, the point is you want to take things. You take things like the Cosby Show off the air. Yeah. Nigga did some wild shit. I'm not defending it. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't erasing the Attitude Era.
Yeah, man.
Y'all not niggas is gonna go back and watch them old Stone Cold clips and Hulk Hogan and all of that. You know what I'm saying? What point do you have to cancel? Like, WWE themselves writes out of the history books. They write out Chris Benoit.
I think you know what it is, honestly, and this is why it'll never happen. Think about the average white wrestling fan, and think about the people who are on Twitter bitching about this shit. Those are completely two different people. So I think that's part of the reason why because you'll never see a motherfucker that be complaining on Twitter seeing a wrestling match at the mall. You'll never see it. You'll never see it. So because of that, it's like, unfortunately, it's like, if some kind of cancellation comes, it's got to come the same way that the Bud Light shit comes. Like, it has to be something that directly just offends that group of white people.
But you got to think about it, though, right?
Yeah.
It's on some shit like this, though.
Yeah.
The difference is Cosby Show is taken off the air, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're not going to find even a trace of Cosby, right?
Mm-hmm.
The WWE Network, like, here's the thing, right? He stepped down. Cool.
Yeah.
WWE just signed a deal with Netflix where Monday Night Raw is going to be put on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now, those I believe are, I don't know if that is the old shit or just the new ones. Let's say it's just the new ones, right?
Let's say it's just the new ones.
Peacock, owned by what? NBC, the same channel that Bill Cosby was trying to buy, is forever gonna monetize the WWE Network. Now, mind you, the people that the WWE have canceled.
It's on Peacock or Netflix?
It's on Peacock. Oh. No, the WWE Network is on Peacock.
Yes.
Now, mind you, yes, you can go still watch Chris Benoit. You can still go watch Jimmy Snuka. You can still go watch all the people that WWE have canceled. But the point is they're not going to erase the history when it comes to a white billionaire the same way they will when it comes to a black millionaire. It's just not going to happen.
Or, I mean, in terms of Kanye, a black billionaire.
You feel me? A black billionaire. So now here's the thing, right? I'm not asking y'all to not do shit. I'm just saying don't fucking say shit to me when I'm listening to TP2.
Yeah, man.
And I bring up the same shit every time we have this guy. Listen, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause fuck R. Kelly, but y'all ain't gonna make me stop listening to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, it's a weird standard. It's a weird standard because, I mean, you're gonna face a lot of whataboutism. You're gonna be like, well, R. Kelly was doing it to young girls. Well, he was also doing it to older women too.
Yes.
Like, it's not as if he was just peeing on if you think that R. Kelly was just peeing on young girls, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. He was probably peeing on grown women too. Mm-hmm. Like, it's kind of his bag. But we're probably not going to hear about those stories, you know what I'm saying?
And last thing I just want to say, too, and I'm going to let you to get your last thought, my fault, but it's just, shout out to Shorty, because I know she didn't even have to be that smart. She's just young.
Yeah.
I know she was keeping a trail of all this. Like, let this nigga not pay me. Because when a nigga's not paying you, you start seeing little things. Yep. Oh, when is this coming through? Oh, next week and da-da-da-da. And you know what happened? He probably, because he had it, he just didn't know how to get it worked right out in the books to where he could give it to her, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So he was probably on some, I got you next Thursday. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't happy.
You can't just write off $3 million as an expense. That's not, no.
Or probably wanted to give her a position that paid that, and niggas like, what? She never did that.
Exactly. No, that's not gonna work. All right, final thoughts?
What are your final? I want to hear what your final thoughts are.
My final thoughts is just like, this is crazy as hell. There's been a couple of the craziest couple years in terms of all these situations coming out, and I don't know, man. It's odd. It's odd. It's very odd. Well, no, I can't say it's that odd. I can't say it's that odd because this is the shit that Jeffrey Epstein was doing. You know, this is the shit that whatchamacallit was doing. The original guy, Harvey Weinstein. This is the shit that Harvey Weinstein was doing. This seems to be a standard thing in certain elite spaces, and I don't know, man. I guess this is something that just comes with having a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? It just seems, because it's like you don't really hear a lot of the times about broke niggas shitting on girls' foreheads. You know what I'm saying? You mainly hear this with rich people. I don't know what it is, man.
You know why you don't hear about broke niggas shitting on girls' foreheads? Is because the broke niggas, the girls know to tell them, yo, money first. Yeah. And there's nothing left to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to say, too, it's like, you know, all this canceling shit we seen, it's really hard for us 90s kids. Y'all ruining everything. Yeah, like, y'all lost Harvey Weinstein. Big fucking whoop-de-doo. Y'all lost Jeffrey Epstein. I don't even know what that nigga does. Nigga, we are losing P. Diddy, Vince McMahon, like, yo, son, R. Kelly, like, yo, son, the Cosby fucking, like, nigga, what, nigga? Like, yo, ain't nothing, Dan Schneider, nigga, like, yo, bro, everything that was fly and hard in the 90s, like, nah, all them niggas was raping.
Yeah, man. We should have known the shit with Dan Schneider though. Looking at Band of Binds.
Yeah, word up.
Yeah,
son.
man. So
anyway,